Hey, this is Corey with Life Ends. I'm going to be doing an album review for you today. This is for the new album from the band Funeral Mist from Sweden. This is for their album Hekatomb. This is on Norma Evangelium Diaboli, and this just came out like a couple weeks ago. This album's insane. This might be the best black metal album of 2018. I mean, it's the best black metal I've heard this year, and to be honest with you, it tops a good portion of what I heard last year, and I can easily see myself returning to this for years and years to come. Now, I'd listened to Funeral Mist before, but nothing caught my ear, you know, the way that's it must have for some other people, because I've seen a lot of people say that this isn't nearly as good as their last album. What was that called? Maranatha? Or how do you spell that? Maranatha. Okay. So I listened to that album, but I obviously didn't even know how to say it, so I didn't listen to it that much. People were saying like that was like their masterpiece or something like that. And yeah, I don't remember it being as amazing as this album is, to be honest with you. I'll have to come back to it, but for right now, like, I'm just really happy with this album, and I'm just gonna keep listening to this. If I'm completely wrong, then that's even better, than good, then I've got something new to listen to. But yeah, this album Hekatomb is just straight up amazing. Just starts with the sound of war and creatures screaming and just pummeling blast beats. Some of the best blasting I've heard in a long time. And then real strange instances of the drums dropping out and they're just being guitar and vocals. Even the guitar patterns, like in the beginning, they kind of come in and slide out several times. There's like some real strange emphasis, like creating certain moods. I mean, obviously all black metal, they're going to try and create certain moods. But this, it caught me the right way, you know? I mean, I listen to this, and it just sounds like somebody put more thought into a black metal album than I've heard in years and years and years. Like, this whole album is amazingly catchy without being like super melodic or anything like that. I mean, there's weird instances of some like major sounding riffing. Even some of the parts where the drums drop out, there's like these chord structures that they're playing are very, sometimes kind of like happy sounding. That's just tripping me out. Anyways, so, you know, the production's crisp, but it's not overproduced. Not, you know, it's just right. You know, it doesn't sound super lo-fi or anything like that, but it's definitely not overproduced. Like I said, interesting guitar riffs and patterns that just you don't find very often in black metal. The samples and like some of the noises that they're putting in there, wow, like strange use of keyboards too, like creating almost a string sound. Excuse me. And then the vocals. This guy, is it Mortus? I know he's been singing for Marduk for a long time now, and I knew that Funeral Mist was pretty much his one-man band. This is so much better than Marduk. Like, it's crazy how much better than Marduk this is. But you know, if being in Marduk affords him, you know, the ability to push this project farther, then that's great. I'm all for it. He is one of the most diverse black metal vocalists I have ever heard. These vocals go from really grim to like guttural death metal, and then weird levels in between, and then even like that kind of howling that you hear bands like Uado do, you know, like that almost sounds like a dog howling. He kind of mixes that in every once in a while too. Like every song's kind of different. Anyways, the first song, it catches me the right way. Like I said, it sounds, opens with war and monsters. The guitar kind of teases you, dropping in and out. Tons of pummeling blast beats. Mostly grim, guttural to grim vocals in this. And then there's some like mid-tempo, like real bass heavy parts too. Love this song. Probably my favorite song on the album. This one and the next song, the Not But Death, and that's the second song, which starts with more of like a mid-tempo stomp. And he's got this weird, sounds like some kind of like shaman or something, like humming or singing something, like chanting something. Really eerie sounding, super awesome though. Yeah, and this song has the ending where the guitar drops out, or I'm sorry, the drums drop out, and he's got vocals over guitar, but the guitar chords are very, like I said, it's very major. The scale that he's playing, what's the word for it? I should know things like this. It's just, like I said, it's kind of upbeat, happy, kind of sounding. Really odd. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't sound happy at all, but just the particular chords he's using, the progression, it's really strange, but it works. I really dig it. It kind of does that a bunch of times in this album where the drums drop out, and I thought I'd get sick of it, but I'm not. It really it creates kind of a special feeling that I'm not used to feeling in black metal, and it's kind of like jarring, like to hear the drums drop out, but then to hear them build back in. It's really cool. I like it. Next song that I really love is Cockatrice. Got crazy nonsensical soloing that just creates this really chaotic and like dissonant kind of atmosphere, and then it will go like super melodic and then back to this really chaotic nonsense over like tons of blasting. Like I said, some more subtle use of like keys and mid-tempo in I guess it would be like the verse, I'm not sure, and then back into insane blasting. And then they've got some odd volume fades during this song too on the drums. They're like the volume on the drums kind of goes down and then kicks back up again. I think it does that another time in this song, or in this album, I'm not sure. And then there's use of something that I think sounds like a xylophone. It sounds like a xylophone to me. I could be completely wrong. Maybe somebody can tell me. Then the next song that I liked was Metamorphosis. Also starts with drums. Kind of just a basic song. It was good. And, not too much to talk about. Within the Without, straightforward black metal, just blasting. Super awesome. Same for the band, or for the song Hosanna. The final track, Polar Mortis, all over the place tempo-wise, and has some of the most melodic tremolo riffs of the album. Very melodic. And that's a lot of the vocals, especially in the end, are just crazy, like crazy evil screaming. So yeah, this whole album, really it breaks down to 3 songs that I really love, and they're worth it for the entire album to me. Like, and really, like, what do you need to love an album? Like, none of the songs are bad in this. I'm just saying the 3 that I love the most are in Nomine Domini. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. Not But Death, and Cockatrice. Those are the 3 songs that they just make this album for me, 100%. They're amazing. I also really like the last track as well. So, you know, it's just a great album. I don't know what else to say about this. Like, you gotta check this album out. It's just it's sounds like a very calculated maniac wrote this, and but it makes total sense. And yeah, I mean, if I gave album scores, I'd probably give this a perfect score, even if just for those songs that I mentioned, those 3 or 4 songs, because they're really the best black metal I've heard in so long. Definitely this year, maybe even last year too. I can't remember an album that I liked this much upon first listen, and I've listened to this probably about 10 times, and yeah, I'm not sick of it at all, not at all. Anyways, yeah, so please go buy this album. I cannot wait to get a vinyl copy of this album. It's, like I said, it's on Norma Evangelium Diaboli, and I'm sure that the Ajna Offensive, they must have it too, and that's probably where I'll end up getting it from. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to conclude this review with that. Buy this album, give me a like, subscribe, whatever, doesn't matter. Like I said, I'm here to kill time and have some fun. And yeah, till next time, life ends.